If you clicked on this video, you probably don't know how to use an overdrive for modern metal. It's not something that's really talked about in detail much, and it's really annoying because it's super simple how to use an overdrive for metal, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to be focusing on the Tube Screamer style first, and then I'm going to look at a different overdrive and go a little bit into detail as to what to do, but I'm also just going to show you the simplest, most common way to use an overdrive. And we're going to look at this digitally just so you could get a good visual. And what I have opened up is a project. We're just using a DI signal through a digital rig I just came up with. And we've got a Ibanez Tube Screamer emulator right here. And this is all you have to do. Volume up, tone up, drive all the way down. That's it. That's how you use the Tube Screamer. And going outside of that, really, you're kind of limited with this overdrive, which is why I'm going to go over another one. But if you just wanted to get the basic Ibanez style pushed amp sound, this is the way to do it. I'm going to show you a comparison of what it sounds like without it. So that's how it sounds. Loose, little thump in the low end. It doesn't sound necessarily the tightest. Let's hear it, and I'm going to engage the Tube Screamer. Immediately, the tone just comes alive. We've got more frequencies in the mids. Some of the junk is cut out a little bit, and it's just tighter. It just sounds better. It's more aggressive. That's the modern metal sound. For this pedal, that's kind of where it ends. I mean, you don't have many options. You can kind of play with the drive. That'll give you a little bit more saturation and a little bit more mids, I've noticed. And the tone, you really don't want to be going back here with it. I mean, I'll show you. You just start losing that clarity, so you really just want to keep all the way up here. Volume, I really wouldn't touch much. You really just want to be hitting the amp as hard as you could with this kind of pedal. So yeah, I mean, that's how you use an Ibanez Tube Screamer or that style overdrive for metal. It's that simple. You don't need a 10-minute video for that. We're going to mute this, and I'm going to pull up a digital emulation of the overdrive I use. Now, these are the settings that I would use, and the difference is going to be subtle. Let's compare this to the Tube Screamer. If you notice with this is modeled after the Horizon Devices Precision Drive, which I have right here. And that one, it's designed for modern metal. You've got a lot more control. So the level, the bright, and the drive, that's very similar to the Tube Screamer, but we've got this attack knob. This is pretty much rolling off low end the more you turn it this way. So I'll start here and I'll just show you what I mean. We're also losing a bit of saturation when we do that. If you're wearing headphones, it'll be pretty obvious. So I like to keep it right here. And honestly, I'll usually keep my bright knob maybe about right here. I usually don't use an 5150 simulator, but the Tube Screamer and 5150, that's kind of like a classic combination. And I figure that'd be the easiest to show you guys how to use an overdrive pedal. And like with the Tube Screamer, I mean, you could experiment with this one. You could push the amp a lot harder with this one. I don't really see much of a benefit. So I keep it about right there usually. Bright knob, I don't go too crazy, but you've got the brightness if you really want it. And drive, I'll usually keep it here. Because personally, I go for a scooped sound by nature, and it's usually a little bit too much. So this really fills it in a bit. And if you listen carefully, it tightens up the tone a bit too. That's it. That's how you use an overdrive for modern metal. You can have fun and experiment with it, but you could always go back to that fail-safe with the Tube Screamer style overdrives with volume all the way up, tone all the way up, drive down. And if you're like me, you've got a Precision Drive or a Precision Drive emulator. Well, you won't know if you have an emulator, but if you get the Precision Drive, they have recommended settings, which are super easy to use and fall back on if you ever have any issues. That's it. That's how you use a Tube Screamer. Super easy. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you like modern metal and things revolved around modern metal, consider subscribing, because I do music primarily, but this YouTube channel encompasses everything loosely related to what I do with music. So that's it for this. I'll see you next video.